After the public hearing has been opened, citizen speakers will be acknowledged in the order in which they signed up to speak and will address all comments to the board as a whole and not one individual commissioner. Speakers will address the board from the speaker's podium at the front of the room and will begin their remarks by stating their name and address. Discussions between speakers and members of the audience will not be allowed. A public hearing is not intended to require the board to answer any promptu questions. Speakers are expected to be civil in their language and presentation. All comments from the speaker shall be directly related to the subject of the public hearing. Each speaker is allotted 5 minutes to address the board. A speaker is not permitted to share, reserve, or relinquish any remaining time allocated to them to another speaker.
All right, we have 4 tonight, but the first one is Project Power. At this time, I recognize Brandon Root from Economic Development. Brandon.
Wonderful. Thanks for having me here tonight. Phyllis, how do I? Yep. Well, thank you for having me tonight, and I appreciate your continued support of economic development to bring exciting projects like this to our community. So, get started here. This one. So, Project Power represents a renewable engineered fuels power company that's going to locate in the potentially locate in the Broad River Assets Building. This building is better known as its former name, the Cleveland Mills, from its textile days. You know, just sort of a note, this is in Lawndale, North Carolina, and Lawndale is definitely one of the more depressed municipalities economically in the county. You know, they're a smaller municipality with only 621 folks in their population. So I would like to recognize just really quickly the owners of this property, Broad River Asset Solutions, the current owners, Joe Morgan and the late Kip Harris. They were very instrumental in their partnership to help us move this building and bring potential jobs and capital investment back to this area. You know, they were very supportive. I called Kip one time 15 minutes before I was bringing the company over, and he welcomed me with open arms. So very thankful for him and his family. So may he rest in peace. But back on to Project Power here. So this company is planning on creating 34 new jobs at an average wage of $51,636. For reference, the county median household income is $45,646, and the town of Lawndale's median household income is $35,455. So this is pretty substantial wages for a small community. And the company is looking to invest $19,437,925 in real and personal property at this site. So, CCEDP, Cleveland County Economic Development Partnership, is proposing that the Board of Commissioners supports 2 different items. So one of them being a local incentive grant. This local incentive grant will be based on 0.95 or of 1%, so 0.0095 of the total taxable investment, which is again about $19,450,000. And this would be paid out over a period of 5 years, not to exceed this $184,666.28 number. So you can kind of see how this will be broken out here. So the first year, they're going to be starting their investment. They'll be a little lower. This is the projected tax value that the company will bring back to the county. And this would be the projected grant amount for the first year. And then each year, after the second year, they should, according to their timeline, complete their full investment, in which case the county will be bringing in about $106,000 of new tax revenue, of which about $42,500 will be granted back to the company for a period of 5 years, after which the grant will go away, and this will be the continued new revenue for the community. And we will also recommend that Cleveland County supports the building reuse grant for this project. So the building reuse grant is a grant that allows for building improvements to the facility. We recommend that Cleveland County serve as the local government applicant for this grant through the North Carolina Department of Commerce's Rural Economic Development Division, which is a mouthful. And the state of North Carolina has suggested they will support up to $250,000 for upfits to this building, and the county would act as a pass-through agent for those dollars. The grant does require a 5% match from the county now that we are a Tier 2 community, but that has historically been satisfied with the grant management services provided by the county. And so, after the public hearing, the two actions would be to adopt or deny the resolution authorizing the economic development incentive, which should be in your packet, and adopt or deny the resolution in support of the building reuse grant through the state of North Carolina. Questions?
Just hang tight, Brandon. So, board members, are there any questions before we open the public hearing? So hearing none, so you guys are ready for it? Yeah. All right, so at this time, we'll open the public hearing. Brandon, just hang tight. I'm sure there might be some after this. So at this time, we'll declare that the public hearing is now open, and there's two signed up to speak. So first, I'll recognize Ray Padgett.
Mr. Chair, County Commissioners, I appreciate the time to address you. My name is Ray Padgett, 127 Elam Street, Lawndale, North Carolina. I am the mayor of Lawndale, and I just wanted to come and speak on behalf of this Project Power. As y'all all know, the town of Lawndale is a mill town with a history not unlike many other mill towns in this state. All the infrastructure, including the houses, schools, downtown utilities, were all built around textile operations and them that was known as Cleveland Mills. And it originally opened in 1889. The mill closed down in 2001. This facility has largely gone used for storage ever since then. The current owners are using it basically as a storage warehouse and trying to do a few other things, but basically it's just storage. And there's not been many jobs for the community, and bringing this operation to Lawndale, coupled with other revitalization efforts, will help bring life back to our community. And we hope that it would bring a lot more jobs and a lot more industry into Lawndale. That, with the Broad River Greenway coming, we've started construction partnering with Cleveland County Water on the Lawndale Park. As some of you may have been by and saw it, it's coming along, it's looking really good. I had the pleasure of meeting with the owners of Project Power and very impressed with their commitment to making this project happen. And I just want to, with the support proposed tonight, this building could very well sit vacant for several more years if this proposal is not accepted. So Cleveland County's continued dedication to developing the local economy provides additional opportunities for our citizens to thrive. And that's what we want Lawndale to do, is to continue to thrive and continue to grow. Thank y'all for your time.
Thanks, sir. Next, we have Robert Williams.
My name is Robert Williams, 814 East Stagecoach Trail. Last weekend, I went to a music festival, and one of the songs was written about the Lawndale Mill. It was a mill town without a mill. So it sounds good that something is thinking about coming into Lawndale. As a matter of fact, I've worked at Cleveland Mills back in my younger days, going to college, summer job. So second shift in the dye house. So I know a little bit about that mill. It was, like I say, built in what, 89 or something like that. I would have thought there was other things that could have been done way before now. I know Cleveland Mills had a sewer plant, and I think it's been disassembled now. I think that would have helped economic development in Upper Cleveland County a whole lot. Now, this deal about renewable energy, I've got 42 years of experience in energy, nuclear energy. And that's something you can depend on 24/7. It's renewable energy. What it is, I haven't heard one word tonight about what it is, what it does. What kind of renewable energy is it? Does it convert garbage into fuel, or is it a solar panel solar farm, whatever it is, I don't know. So it's hard to say. And without knowing, without enough information, my personal policy is if I don't have enough information on something, my vote is no. But and I don't know if any of you could answer any questions about what is this renewable energy source that they're talking about. The pay, it is above average. It's a significantly amount above the average pay in Lawndale now. So there's a lot of good things to be said about it. But also, there's a lot of things that hadn't been said about it. So that's the failure I see. I'm an engineer. I could understand if you was to tell me what this was all about. So far, I haven't heard what it's all about. So you can make your decision however you think, but I would say no.
All right, this time the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, do you have any additional questions or discussions? Brandon, you can come back forward.
I have one. Could you roll back to the
Yeah. Commissioner,
strategy before it had the job?
oops, where I had the jobs? This slide?
No, go back.
Oh, this one? Mm-hmm.
Explain that. It says new jobs, first year 14, second year 18, third year 2, fourth year none.
Yeah, so they're,
New jobs in the fourth year.
yeah, so their total new job creation is projected to be 34 new employees at this facility with their process, and so they're going to create all of those jobs in the first 3 years is their goal. Mhm.
Okay, so there'll still be those jobs there, the total 30.
And
Okay.
if I could go back one more slide, if you'll permit me here.
No, that's all right.
I forgot one of the most exciting parts of this project. So the Project Power, they're only anticipated to really take up about this first portion of this building, which was a big reason that the county intervention was needed to convince them to purchase the full thing. But what they have committed to continue to work with economic development to fill the rest of this building with other manufacturing operations and other additional jobs that will continue to catalyze the growth in the Lawndale area. So this could very well become the Lawndale Industrial Park. So there is further potential for economic catalyst and growth out of this project. But it's not exactly tied to this company.
Are there any other questions? Brandon, could you put that back on the last slide, please?
Uh-huh.
The last slide.
The
Oh,
action
the last slide, sorry.
So there's two items before us. We need to do them separately. So the first one is to adopt or deny a resolution authorizing economic development incentive.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the economic development incentives.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Are there any other questions or discussion? If not, all those in favor will say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Next, we need a motion to adopt or deny the resolution in support of the Project Power Building Reuse Grant.
I make a motion that we adopt in support of the Project Power Building Reuse Grant.
I'll second.
Do we have any questions or discussion on this motion? Hearing none, all those in favor will say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? This motion is unanimous. Thank you, sir.